welcome to this beautiful maiden edition of Talking with Youth. My name is Oshunkeye, and of course, I'm not alone. I'm with someone I consider the most beautiful lady in Abuja as co-presenter.
Thank you, Sheyi. Hello and welcome. My name is Nyada.
This is going to be a youth program with a difference because we'll be looking at issues that affect youth in our society these days. You also get to hear them talk from their own perspective on some of these issues. And that's not all. We also have a segment where we'll be featuring young and successful persons, those people that have made it through the ladder of success. And you probably want to know how they made it so you can take a cue from them.
Yes, and we'll also be featuring celebrities that you love so much, but we'll be bringing you stories about them that you've probably never heard before. I'm sure you find that very interesting. And we'll keep you abreast with the social life in Abuja, with our reports on latest events in town.
I'm sure you don't want to miss a minute of this program. Now, to set the ball rolling for today, there's an issue that is really burning, and that's unemployment amongst youth. I tell you, man, a lot of graduates really dread this because after finishing from school, there's virtually nothing to do. Even parents are not happy because they spend so much and their children are just unproductive.
Exactly. That's the reason why you find so many graduates hustling, to work their youth service posts into a place where they think they stand a better chance of being retained. Because the whole seeking for a job process after service is not funny at all.
So we went out on the streets to ask these people what they feel about the unemployment situation. And I tell you, a lot of them were really passionate about it. You need to see this. One reason for passing through school is to have a basic foundation that is necessary in contributing one's expertise to a career or professional interest. When graduates are denied the opportunity to be a part of the labor market, then we have a state of unemployment. There is no doubt that the issue of unemployment has done more harm than good to the country's economy. We went round to talk with youths on the unemployment situation.
The unemployment in this country is very, very disturbing. Because you can see around, you see youth moving around. It's not that they don't have the zeal to do the work. They have the power, they have everything there, but what started from the top, which is the high authority, is affecting the youth mostly because there's no encouragement to the industry to open up. There is no, in fact, I can start from NEPA. There are some people that even want to do things on their own, but NEPA light alone is very discouraging.
It's largely caused by lack of production. There's no nation in the world that has this volume or level of production that Nigeria has that can employ its people. In the first place, Nigeria, and secondly, the government has not created an enabling environment for people to start off industry at a large scale, things that could employ people. The production capacity of every country is the strength of that country. And until people are employed, until people start being productive, you can't talk of employment.
We are facing a very terribly bad situation in terms of unemployment, in the sense that students graduate from school and they don't have jobs for onwards of 5, 6, 7 years. I have typical examples, people from within my immediate communities. Some of them graduated since 1995, and up to this moment, they've not got jobs. It's horrible.
What you are afraid of going to do abroad, that is what you find graduates doing in our country today. Can you imagine graduates doing kabu on the streets of their fatherland? Those dirty jobs you find people doing, and they complain that they cannot do such a job. That is what we find ourselves doing in this country.
Send them away. They have not found solution to their own.
We went a step further to ask these youths what they engage in presently.
Like me now, I'm not even looking for any employment anymore. I'm doing on my own that I will establish myself and employ somebody.
I'm not employed, I work for myself. I run other businesses.
I'm self-employed. I fall into the category of people that believe that whatever your hand findeth doing, do it with all your might.
I've never had any stint of unemployment before.
I'm one of the unemployed. I graduated 1999 and still searching for a job up to today.
Unemployment has made Nigerians responsible for themselves in many areas. But how long will young Nigerians keep roaming the streets before a better tomorrow?
problem is that most people are waiting to get a white-collar job instead of finding out ways of being self-employed. Maybe it's the whole fear of when they think of self-employment, you're thinking of lots of capital.
You know what I think the secret is? I think everybody should just search deep inside of themselves. You know, there's always a unique thing that you can transform into wealth for yourself.
Because that's true. Just look out there, find out what do people need, and then look inside yourself. I'm sure you'll find something that can meet those needs.
Now, going from unemployment to someone that is self-employed, I'm talking about a big boy in the entertainment industry right here in Abuja. He's a producer, a director, he's composer, songwriter.
Everything.
He's everything you can think about in the music scene in Abuja right here.
Yes, his name is on almost every music video you see. We're talking about
Blast. And we caught up with him recently in the studios, and I tell you, he had a lot to talk about. Blast opened the doors of his studio, Quest Media, to share his story, successes, and survival tips in the entertainment industry.
I'm a producer. All I just do is, can you sing this song? And you start, I'll try to locate the key. And probably I'll tell you, you don't have your key here. Maybe I should show you how to do it. Some people, for some, they have the voice, they can sing. And once I say, sing, and they're doing it, you'll be like, wow. Before you know it, you trace, there's something we call progression on your scales. You have keys. So you can now locate those keys for the song, because the song will have to have a progression. You understand? You get a chord progression for a song. That's the arrangement. You understand? Now, if I bring out the sound, the music that will accompany what you're singing, I produced it. Some producers, you just sing the beat, bring out the beat, that's all. When you sing, they don't care whether you have the parts, the harmonies and everything. How is this song going to be arranged? It's not everybody that can arrange a song. And so also, it's not everybody that can compose a song. Talking about how I got here, it's a long story. It was a hell of a journey, I must say. First, it started as if it was a joke. I saw somebody that was playing, and I was like, man, I've always loved music right from child. I've always loved to play guitar, but unfortunately, right now I'm not able to do it because some things happened that I changed my mind about learning. But I do a little bit of this, I will say. Then the person then I saw was so young, and I was wondering, how could this guy do this? And I love it and I can't do it.
As in play the keyboard?
Yes, and I got close to him. You know, some people have it. They could just imagine music and then start putting them together from drums, rims, hi-hats, bass, guitar, and everything. You put it together. But knowing how to play is different from knowing how to create music. They're two different things, you know. Back in the days, you have to learn music. You have to be a musician, know all the notes and everything before you're able to. But these days, the computer has made it so easy that once you have a beat in your head, you can do it. But well, I thank God to make things much more easier. You have to be able to even sing the song. Something special in my life. I grew up seeing cameras around me. When I was much young, I could tell you those days of Umatic 3 CCD work to get things out. You understand? The good people that know how to do things well are not smiling. You know what I always tell my people, my friends? Opposition to me is just a reason for you to stand firm and fight. Not fight as in negative fight. Fight to get to where you want to get to. Because if you wake up in the morning and everything you want you get, anything you ask they give you.
And that was Blast. I tell you, the sky is not even this guy's limit, you know.
Yes, like he said, if you're ever learning, you're consistent and you're determined, anybody can make it.
You can make it?
I think he's going to make it to the top. Well, from one big name in the entertainment industry to another popular person, that is Jeremiah Gyang. Shay, when you hear the name Jeremiah Gyang, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I think of a new revolution in the northern music. That's what comes to my mind.
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is the song Nabaka. I think that song's one of the best songs I've ever heard sung in the Nigerian language.
And you know, he's very good at what he does, you know, the English and the Hausa fusion. It's always so lovely, you know.
Well, here's something about Jeremiah Gyang and his song Nabaka.
To talk about how Nabaka came up. It was one time we were walking, I was just taking a walk around somewhere around Kumasi Crescent, and I was really in a very prayerful tip, and then I had the concept for the song, but it wasn't exactly the way it sounds now. So I came to the studio, and then I just made it the way it was and dropped it. But then it was nothing then until one day I was just playing around, I was just producing around, and then
I mean, that song Nabaka, I never knew it was supposed to be for the people of Jos alone. And right now, it's on everybody's lips, even worldwide, you know?
Yes.
Just keep it up, okay?
And now for latest events in town. Shay, what happened in town yesterday?
About 2 weeks ago, Amina, the African child, all the way from California, had a city launch right here in Abuja.
You know, one of the things I love most about this girl is that she's a Nigerian girl, but she spent most of her life in California, and yet she still holds on to her Africanism. That's something that is rare and unique.
You know, the city launch was at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center. There were different comedians, musical artists. I tell you, it was really lovely. You need to see this.
And Shay and I were there too. Enjoy it.
A talent would be a terrible thing to waste, wouldn't it? That is why Amina, the African child, decided to make the best use of it. First, by pouring out her heart on CD, and second, by contributing to a movie by her mother, Ajia Awa Funtua, titled Mero. Amina's album alongside the mother's movie were launched at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center with families and friends in attendance. At the CD and movie launch, clips from the movie Mero were shown.